So, hello everybody. My name is Alexis Despereaux. Thank you for joining. So, today lab will be transform your software testing. Here also the goal of this lab is really to explain what we can do with Conformiq around reusing assets. So again, here it's a lab, so you can ask a lot of questions. You can send me some question in the chat. You can also, if I normally, what you can also do is you can talk directly to me. So please feel free to comment if you want to see some specific things. Again, just ask me some question. The lab is really here for that. So I will start with some really quick slides just to remember you and to refresh your mind around what we do. And after that, I will directly jump inside the demo. So again, here everything will be in live. So please feel free to ask some questions. So this is the agenda, and yes, so your testing can only be fast as your slowest step. So here the goal again is how we can reuse assets. So when we reuse assets, it's normally in some specific case where you want to deploy this kind of technology and you already have something inside your company. So the goal is how can you jump into this technology the fastest you can. So as you know, when you do manual test design, it's really slow. When you do manual scripting is also really slow. This is some US slides, so sorry for the for the snail, but this is a bit fun. And again, after that, if you do automated execution, then you will be fast. But really the goal of all that is don't have some slowest step inside your testing process. So the goal again is really to have this fast automated test design, fast automated scripts, and of course automated execution. So all that, it's some fast step that we can have actually with this technology. And again, if you are doing some manual step inside your testing process, then you are not fast enough. So here again, this technology is really to bring you up to speed the fastest you can. So again, the digital area demands testing speed. So when we talk about testing speed, of course, we need to automate the most thing we can automate. So here, the goal is really to optimize and automate all the test case design, automate all the executable test script generation, and of course, automate all the test script execution. So this three big automation step, or these three big steps here, can really be automated, and it's what I will really try to target in this demo. It's really the part where you can and you want to reuse assets. So again, when you work with this kind of technology, you have three basic steps. So here it's again just to remind you about the previous webinar we had all together. So the first steps is where you create your model, where you create all your model. It's where you will set all your intelligence inside this technology. So again, this is the step number one. Step number two, and I will maybe just show you really quickly in it, it's where you will generate some test cases. And after that, the third one is the automation. So what I will target in this webinar, it's really the step number one and a little bit of the step number two. Again, really, it's how can I reuse assets. This is the complete view of Conformiq 360. So again, Conformiq 360 is based on a creator where you will create your model. So you can import some requirements, and you can also reuse assets. So I will explain really deeper this part today. After that, in creator, so you can generate your test cases. This is the test design part. And after that, if you want to do some automation, then it's just the other step, where you will bring transformer in it, and transformer will of course automate and execute what you have generated. So again, what I will focus is really how to reuse existing assets. So how I can reuse some Visio diagram, how can I reuse some manual Excel file, and how can I reuse, for example, some Gherkin file. So this is really what I will target today, and so I will do 3 little demonstration of import so we can discuss about it. It's really the goal here. And if you have and if you want in the future to import some specific file, you need to know that we have much more, of course, inside the tool, and we can always create some kind of plugin just for you to import what you already have. When we talk about deployments, it's really something that we want to target with you is how can we reuse what you already have inside your company. So yes, creator can do a lot of things. He can generate a lot of test scripts, test cases, test suite. He can automate, he can do a lot of things. But the most, I would say, important part in this approach, what I will explain today, is the graphical representation. So you can import some Visio, Iris, Excel, WSDL file, and more inside the tool. So you don't need to start from scratch when you model. You don't need that. Now you can reuse the sets, and it's what I will talk today. We can, of course, automatically generate optimal test case and result. This is what you saw in the last webinar normally. So if you want to see again this previous demo, then you can contact me at sales@conforming.com, and I can redo the full demonstration to you. And of course, we can generate many outputs to fully understand the test cases. So here it's all about traceability metrics. We can see the graphical model coverage, manual test step reports. We can also generate any kind of documentation, Word, Excel, whatever you want, HTML. We can generate all that. And we can also generate and execute a lot of different files. So if you are working with Selenium, HP, we can of course generate it. But if you are working in a custom framework, because a lot of time this happens, then you need to know that we can generate any kind of script file. And if you want a specific integration, it's something that we do pretty fast also. So we can really deploy this technology when you want. And of course, we have this direct link to Transformer, but I will not talk about Transformer today. So this is the Conforming 360 ecosystem. So you can import a lot of different requirement management information. Here again, I will target the existing assets. It's really the goal here. I will just focus on 3 different files. After that, about the generation from Conforming 360. So here it's about documentation, test management, and automated test execution. It's something that we can do really easily. So if you want to have a specific demo, or if you want to talk about it, well, if we have some time at the end, I can talk about it. Or if you need more time because you want to ask really some specific question and really talk deeply about all that, then we can schedule a meeting all together and discuss about it with your team. So let's jump directly in the demonstration. So at this step, so everything is really in live. So I will manipulate in live. You will see the import in live. So everything is really in live. So about my computer, so I have a really basic laptop. I think we all have the same. So it's nothing big. It's really something that you will how you will use your how you will use Conforming 360 on your laptop. So it's really a basic laptop. So when we create something, I will just refresh a bit your mind about the structure of a project. So about the structure of the project, so we have the project itself. So if you remember, I have done in the previous demonstration a project called Creator ESD project, and the creator was based on 2 types of file. The first one is a structure diagram. So again, the structure diagram, it's really the interface of your SUT. So here it's what you want to do on it's the interface, so it's all the button, what you want to check, or what kind of action you want to do on your SUT. So when we import some UI interface, so you have some screen, you have some menu bar, you have some filter form, you have all that. So we have a lot of different options over there. So I will maybe extend some of them. So we have some I would say a lot of different little options here. So you can always build your structure diagram in a graphical language. So a screen is a screen, a button is a button, and if you are doing something else, so I don't know if some of you are doing web service testing, so we can of course do messages, and I will have a little import, I think, on around web services. So all that is already inside inside the tool. So you can really create the structure diagram from scratch by just drag and drop the object inside the Canva. And the structure diagram helps to create something else called an activity diagram. So if I need to really simplify the meaning of an activity diagram, it's all the action, all the flow you want to do on your SUT. It's a really basic view here, but like that, it's a bit more clear sometimes. So you start from here, you end from here, and after that you have all your action between, and inside this activity, so you have all your little action coming from your structure diagram. You have some condition, events, merge, and all that. So again, here for me, you remember what is all this little action based on the previous demo. But if you have some question, again, just ask in the chat or by microphone. So this is how you create a model from scratch. But here again, I'm here to show you how to create a project by reusing some existing assets. So I will close all my file. And here we are. So I close all my file. I will close everything. Here we are. Like that, I start really from scratch. Here we are. So when I start the project, so I will first create an empty project. So for that, I will just create on file, new project, and I will create a creator project. So great. So the first thing that I will import is maybe a Visio diagram, because I think it's the more common thing, and I would say Visio talk to everybody. So I will create a Visio project. So I can imagine that I have a Visio diagram. So here we are. This is a really basic Visio diagram. I don't know if you can see it correctly, but well, this is pretty basic. And I want to import and create a model from that. So well, no problem. So I have my my Visio diagram somewhere on my desktop. And now how can I reuse these existing assets? So I create my empty project, I click on finish. Here we are. And after that, now I have an empty project. So I have nothing in my model folder, I have nothing in my DC, I really full empty project. So to reuse a Visio diagram, I will first import a Visio diagram. So I will just browse my Visio file. So it's pretty simple. You will see, here we are. It's this one. I click. And the first thing that I will do is I want to create this Visio mapping file. So I will just, click on finish. Maybe I want everything in event. Here we are. And I click on OK. So now I have parsed all my Visio diagram. So if you remember my Visio diagram here, I parsed all my Visio diagram, and the tool have created a file called a Visio mapping file to try to convert all these little boxes into creator language. It's like that when you import some Visio. So if I open the Visio file, here we are. So if you remember, in the structure diagram, I had some screen, I had some start, and I had all this kind of little thing. So I have here the creator language, and the tool will try to translate all these little boxes and class all these little boxes under this under everything. So here it's just some advanced, I will say, configuration. Everything is done automatically, but if you want to customize a bit some recognition, then you can do it with this Visio mapping file. So for the demo, so everything looks pretty good. So I will just keep it like that. And now I will import, because I have this Visio mapping file, now I will import the full Visio diagram. So I redo the same thing, import Visio diagram, here we are. Now I will browse again the mapping file. No, not the mapping file, the Visio diagram, sorry. Here we are. I want to convert all the decision from my Visio file into event. Why? It's because actually in a BPMN file, I don't have so much data to have some decision. So just for the first import, I want every condition here to be an event. So like that, it's easier to manage, and I can easier also understand the application, the import. So I click on finish. That's done. And now what you can see here is I have now a nice activity diagram and a nice structure diagram. So I will just select that as my main activity diagram. And now if you see my my diagram, here we are. Now I have my full Visio imported inside Creator. So when you use this kind of import, for example, this Visio import, the import itself will not be perfect. So it's something to know about it. So the first thing to do when you import something like that is to go through your model and try to re-understand. I will say find your baby. In French we say like that. In the model itself. So like that, you can say, okay, this one is correctly imported, this one also, but you can see here I have four boxes, and I need to put it inside my diagram to have a correct model. So never forget that this import of reusing assets is really to help you to have a model, but it will not, I will say, sometime it will not give you the perfect model at just after the import. So don't forget to parse a bit your model, and after that, question yourself, is it correct or not? So always do this kind of thing when you import like that. So well, now I have my I would say my model. So you can see that here I have some condition. I have already some I would say I have already some pre-data inside my condition, and technically, if I clear my diagram, because I have some little error in my diagram, if I clear all that, then I can technically regenerate. I can generate some file from it. I'm not sure it will work because I think I have some stuff to clean in my diagram before, but we can still try. I think I will have some error message. But I want to show you something else, is if your diagram is not perfect, if I have some error during, if I have some error, for example, here I have a lot of error, the tool will, here I have some warning more, the tool will try to help you to clean your diagram and to have a perfect diagram to generate something. So let's try to generate. I don't think again it will work. Maybe yes now. Yes, so yes, you can see that now from my Visio diagram, so from this one, the tool have generated 6 different test cases from it after a little cleaning of my diagram. So you can see after that, it's the same process. If you want to check the diagram, you go in test review. You can click on it. Here we are. And you can see after that your test cases inside your model. So you can see that it's pretty fast to reuse existing assets for Visio. If you want to try this import, it's already inside the tool. So really, you can just download the tool, ask me for a quick start program, and after that, just try it. So that's it for the Visio import. Do you have any question from it? I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. Because if I have no question, then I will jump into Gherkin import and Excel import. I will do that at the same time. So if you have some question, you can again send me some message in the chat, or you can also ask me some question directly by voice. So okay, so I create my project. I will create now a new project called this one. I will import an Excel file. I will create again an empty project. Here we are. I will show you the Excel file itself. Here we are. So you can imagine that this Excel file is probably one of your manual tests. So usually when we create some manual tests, you have your test case name, description, step name, test step description, and expected result. So this is again pretty basic test cases, but it's again just to show you that we can reuse all your manual tests to create a model from it. So well, now I'm here. I will close all my file. Here we are. So my model, my project is empty. If I want to import now my Excel file, I click on import. Now I will click on Excel manual test. Next. I will just browse my Excel file. Here we are. So if you have something a bit different from this format, then you have no problem. You can, I would say, configure the format here. Just for the show, I want everything in the one single diagram. And after that, I want everything with event node. I don't want some condition. So I click on finish. Here we are. So something interesting is the tool will try to optimize the model itself. So when he finds two, for example, here you have the enter URL, and again here he will concatenate the two, and he will just have only one test step or activity to do this action. So we'll always try to optimize that. It's what you see here. So I click on OK. Here we are. And now what you can see is, again, I have a structure diagram based on the Excel file. Here we are. And after that, I have now a nice activity diagram. Here we are. So based on my two test cases, sorry, it's not really big, but just to show you that things work. I mean, we do that with some of our customers who are uploading, I would say importing 100 or and much more manual test cases in a model. So this is what we can do. So again, you have everything here, and if you want to generate some test cases from it after the import, it's not a problem. If you have no error here, you come back in the test generation, you load your model. So here you import all the data, and after that, what you can do is you can generate some test cases. So all the test cases is it's the best test cases you can have from the model. So here we are. After that, basic stuff, if you want to block a part in your model or something like that, some data, control flow, whatever, you can of course do it. So it's really to create this model faster. So okay, so now I have the Excel file. Now about the Gherkin import. So if I remember, the Gherkin import is it's this one. So I will just show you the file itself. So if you are using Gherkin, here we are. Here we are. So in Gherkin, so it's based on keywords. It's what you have here. After that, you have some text, some action, some check or whatever. And I want to create a model from it. So on this one, I will create now again a new project, Conforming creator project, an empty project. Um, After that, when it's done, I can, of course, rename my project to go faster. I will click on New Project. Here we are. Again, everything is empty. If I want to import, I click on Import Gherkin. Next, I will browse. And after that, I will say, it's like before. I select my Gherkin file. I select what I want to do with it. I click on Finish. The tool will try to, of course, optimize the test cases. You have now in your model some structure diagram, some activity diagram. Here we are. And the structure diagram. And again, from it, what you can do is, of course, you can regenerate some test cases. So this is what we can do on 3 basic examples. A full example where we generate some structure diagram and some activity diagram. We have a little bit of time. So what I want to show you also here is, I still have no question, so I will just continue. So I will show you how to import maybe some model object repository from QTP. So I will try to do a demo and not a non-prepared demo. So here we are. It's UFT. Here we are. I click on Finish. So when we reuse something from an automation tool like UFT or Selenium, it's the same. We cannot create a full model from it. When we reuse the model object repository, we can also only create the structure diagram. So for that, I will just click on Import. It's exactly the same. But this time, I will not use Gherkin or whatever. I will use Import QTP assets. So I hope I have all the file inside my demo folder. Yes. If you are working with UFT or QTP, then you know this demo called flight application. So you select the flight app XML file. I mean, basically, it's I will just mute. Here we are. So when you are using UFT, when you are scanning your application, what you are building at the same time, it's a model object repository. The goal is to reuse this model object repository. So what I have done is I scanned my full application, flight app, and after that, what I have done is I exported this scan into XML file, and after that, I will import this XML file. So I click on Finish. So it will be a bit big because I've done a lot of work on it. UFT is what I have here. So now I have only some structure diagram. Of course, why? It's because it comes directly from the model object repository. So if I open, here we are. I have a lot of different files, and here we are. So everything here is really imported from the model object repository from QTP. So I will zoom a bit. Here we are. So after that, then if you want to reuse that, it's really easy. You create now a new activity diagram. Here we are. I double click. I create an initial node. I create an activity. I link the two. Here we are. And if I want to reuse all that, import it again from the model object repository. I have all the screen available on my application. Here I have all the entry possible in my application. I have everything here. So this is it for UFT, and I still have 20 seconds left. So I just want again to show you something else. So if you are using web services, then you can just create again. I will just do it in this project. You can reuse the WSDL file. It's what you have here. You can add some file. Here I have a Parabank file, so you just use it. After that, I have all the web services, all the message available, and when I import, then I have the tool will create the structure diagram based on the WSDL file. Here we are. And now I have all the messages available for that. So it's a lot, it's a really big file. I will try to arrange a bit. Here we are. And here I solve the file, and after that, of course, it's if I want to reuse that, I just come in my activity diagram and I have my message now available. Here we are. And you win a lot of time because you don't need to create this structure diagram again from scratch. Everything is imported from what you already have. So this is the end of my demo. So if you have any question, again, please feel free to ask some question. So no question. So please feel free to answer any kind of, if you have some question on another part of Conformiq 360, I can try to explain. I can go on it, so no problem. Okay, so no question. So thank you very much, everybody. If you have any questions after this lab or during the week, again, you can send me some message at sales@conforming.com. My name is Alexis Despero, and it was a pleasure for me to give you this advanced demo on reusing assets with Conforming 360. So thank you very much, and I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.